Well, good evening, Arkansas. This is Chief Forecaster Cameron back here once again, here to give you guys a very exciting evening forecast coming up before your main 7-day forecast comes out tonight. As always, with it being Friday, we will not have an evening video out tomorrow. We'll have one out on Sunday here, okay? Unless there's inclement weather on a Saturday, but on a normal basis, we don't have one on Saturdays. We'll have it on Sundays. So, right now, it's not really exciting outside unless you like summer and you're a weirdo. We've got temperatures in the upper 80s and low 90s. Right now, temperatures are around the Russellville area at 93, Little Rock at 91, El Dorado coming in at 84 right now, 86 in Fayetteville, 91 in Fort Smith, 88 in both DeQueen and Texarkana, and 90 degrees over in West Memphis, and 91 in Jonesboro here. So, I don't know about you guys, but I am ready to start talking about temperatures in the 60s and 70s for highs instead of the 90s that we've been talking about for probably for the last 4 to 5 months here, guys. So there is change on the way here. We don't have any rainfall on board right now, but there is change incoming as we get towards the upcoming work week here. So speaking of that, let's just go ahead and go over to our highlights for this evening here. So not much going on right now. It's pretty quiet. We have a lot of football games going on this evening and stuff like that, so we're not really expecting too much. The short-term summer temperatures are going to continue for this weekend and the early part of next week. Before we start talking about fall-like temperatures in the long term, rain chances do return as we get towards that Wednesday and Thursday time frame next week. You guys are going to see that in your 7-day forecast tonight. And then, like I mentioned before, we do have a significant fall cold front coming in as we get towards that Thursday time frame here. I think we've gotten timing pretty much on lock for the cold front to come in, and we'll have graphics and stuff like that later this weekend and the early part of next week here, guys. So we will be talking about temperatures in the 60s and 70s. Overnight lows will be in the upper 40s to low 50s across the area here, and I can't rule out, especially in higher elevation, when we start talking about some upper 30s. We'll just have to wait and see on how the trend continues with the cumulative data over the next couple of days here. So speaking of which, let's talk about Birdman for just a little bit, because although it is going to get cooler, we still need the rainfall here. We do have rainfall chances coming up on Wednesday, but it's not going to be enough to cause widespread drop-busting conditions here in Arkansas. So wherever you are in the burn bands here, especially across central Arkansas and far southeastern Arkansas, keep that in mind. Respect those burn bands, guys. They're there for a reason. I wouldn't be shocked over the next couple of days if a few more counties do get added, even though we do have rainfall coming in, and like I said before, it's not going to be drop busting. So keep that in mind over the next couple of days, guys. And with the burn bans, there is a moderate wildfire danger. I know this does correlate with the burn bans here across the board. So basically what this is, it's just how conditions are for wildfire potential and stuff like that here. So even though you're not in a burn ban, just tread careful out there, guys. We're still pretty dry across the board, and hopefully over the next couple of weeks we start getting some decent rainfall here in Arkansas and start to put it into the drought and the wildfire danger here. So for tonight, not much of a difference from the last couple of nights. We've got temperatures in the 60s. It has been beautiful over the last couple of mornings here in Arkansas. I know during the day it's pretty hot. In the evening time it's really, really great. But during the morning, I think this morning, 6, 7 o'clock this morning, I was just sitting outside, just enjoying that fall air here. So that's going to continue over the next couple of nights here. As we get towards next week, we're really going to start talking about that fall-like air coming back to the state here. So let's talk to you guys about the rainfall potential coming up, and then I'm going to show you guys that cold blast, cold blast, whatever you want to call it, coming up as we get towards your upcoming work week here. So this is over the next 7 days. You can definitely tell where the majority of the rainfall is going to be. It's going to be mainly in Texas and Oklahoma. Western Arkansas may see probably half an inch to an inch of rainfall. Further to the east, your rainfall totals start to drop off. Hopefully we can start getting some of this 2-inch plus rainfall to kind of push a little bit further to the east into the state. What's going on is the front of boundary that is coming in Wednesday and Thursday is pretty progressive in nature, so we're not really expecting too much of the rainfall, but we'll take whatever we can get. Regarding severe weather, I'm not really expecting a whole lot of severe weather out of this. There could be some back out in Texas and Oklahoma and Kansas, but I'm not really expecting too much here in Arkansas, since this is going to be a rather progressive system that's just going to be in and out, gone. I don't think you're going to get the moisture nor the instability return needed for severe weather here. But we'll keep an eye on it. So let's take a look at the Euro for just a little bit, and let's take a look at the temperatures here. Temperature is going to be the real big story as this front boundary pushes through. So let's start off early week. You can see 90s once again as we get towards that Monday, Tuesday, and even in that Wednesday time frame. But you can see where the frontal boundary is coming into western Arkansas as we get towards late Wednesday afternoon and a Wednesday evening. Like I mentioned before, I'm not really expecting a whole lot of severe weather just yet. There's still a lot of details that need to come together before we start talking when, where, the specifics, stuff like that here. But with it being a pretty fast front, I don't think you're going to get the moisture return in place for it. But I can't rule out some showers, possibly a few thunderstorms here with this frontal boundary pushing through. This is Wednesday right around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and you can see by the time you get towards Thursday morning, your temperatures upper 60s, low 70s across the area. I think what's going on with the Euro, it is lagging behind the cooler and drier air behind the frontal boundary, so you may not immediately notice it, but it will happen. This is going to be kind of what we call a patient tester cold front here. So you can see by the time you get towards Thursday, frontal boundaries east of the state, temperatures struggling to get out of the 60s and 70s here. This is much welcomed fall-like air coming into the state here. And then you can see by the time we get towards Friday morning, look at there, low to 50s, possibly some upper 40s in higher elevations of northern Arkansas, low to mid 60s across the state. But if you think that's cold right now, bear me for just a little bit longer here. You can see on Friday, look at your temperatures, 70s across the area. I think the European model may be a little bit too warm. I think mainly you're going to be in the 60s and 70s. I'm going to show you GFS coming up here in just a second. But you can see with the Euro, temperatures rapidly drop, and you get towards Saturday morning, next Saturday, October 7th, temperatures in the upper 40s in northwestern Arkansas, 50s across the area here. So this is very welcome news, and you can see with the Euro, look what it's doing with the Euro. I think you have another blast of cooler air coming in from that Friday and Saturday time frame. Temperatures, especially in northwestern Arkansas, may struggle to get down to 50s. Do I smell some chili in the air? I mean, we'll have to wait and see on that, but temperatures in the 50s, 60s, maybe some low 70s in South Arkansas, and then you get towards Sunday morning. Look at there. 40s, low to mid 40s across northern Arkansas, some upper 40s, low 50s across the state, and I can't rule out, especially in higher elevation, a 38 or 39 degree reading. And remember what I just said, the Euro is trending a little warmer, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. We'll have to wait and see what the GFS and the other models want to do here. But could be making some pots of chili as we get towards next weekend here. So we'll have to wait and see on that. This is next Sunday with the GFS. The GFS and the Euro, if you blend them both together, 40s and 50s for overnight lows, daytime highs in the 60s. Let's go back with the GFS here. So during the day, I think, like I said before, I think the GFS, the 18Z run, took the cake for it being a little too warm. I don't see 80s next weekend. Let's go to the 12Z run. Yeah, the 12Z run is pretty warm here. So models have been flip-flopping over the last couple of days on who's been the warmest and who's been the coldest. I think the GFS took the cake today, while the Euro is a little colder. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But you can see with the GFS, I don't buy temperatures rapidly coming up like this. I don't buy that at all. So I'm going to take the Euro for today here, because the Euro has more of a realistic temperature run here. Here's the 18Z run. So you can see the flip-flopping with the model day. That's why you don't take one run and run with it. It's going to do this. It's going to have one run where it's like super warm, and the next run it's going to be pretty cold here. But you can see with the GFS here, next Sunday, temperatures in the upper 60s, low 70s across the board. Overnight lows, man, look at there, 40s. I don't know about you guys, but that is pretty exciting here. So that's all I got for you guys this Friday evening. Like I mentioned before, we'll have your forecast out this evening, and then I'll return with these evening videos as we get towards Sunday here. As always, you want to go check out our fall outlook. It is on our Patreon, patreon.com/Arkansas Weather Watchers. We will release it to the public as we get towards Sunday here, so you guys will see me probably twice on Sunday with the evening video and the fall outlook. So we'll continue to keep you guys updated right here, your source for all things Arkansas weather.